guys. This is Texman War on Gemfm. So we're going to be talking about money matters today. I would not be talking about it. Don't be afraid because I don't know anything about that. But I can show you somebody who knows it much better than me. You see, what I know is the word of God. And I think I'll try to open my horizon a bit to learn more things. But my passion, my heart, my soul, my mind, my focus, my everything is on the Lord. That's why I choose not to do anything else but the Lord. But Timothy here, he can talk to you about finances. And guess what? The both of us is going to learn something today. Even though he was doing that last year, but I believe every time he come, there is just a fresh point that's added. So if you listen keenly, one day I might ask you, what is the new thing that he talked about? And I will just give you one word, and you have to remember. So hence the reason why you have to be watching all the time and partaking in this. Else not, you're gonna lose that prize because I would ask you a question, and I bet you guys would not be able to answer. You see, I'm here, so I'm listening, right? And I'm gonna put out that quiz. So be up and alert and listen for the quiz. Probably one day, just at the end of the session, I may ask you a question. You never know. So we're gonna turn over to Timothy, and he will take it. Before he turn over, I want to ask God to step in and give us and give him the wisdom and the understanding, even though he know much about it. But there's sometimes there is just a rhema word that brings the sale, and I want his heart to be focused today, and so that God would extend his territory, bless his children, bless his wife. He has two beautiful daughters. Guess what, guys? I have two new daughters. I don't know the name yet, but I steal children. Not in a bad way. I just want to be a new mom. Gorgeous little children. Oh, next time I'll tell you the name, but for now, we just want to ask God to bless them and continue to strengthen them, that they will grow and they'll be better than the father, better than the mother financially. They will be
Amen.
nowhere close to the father. They'll be such
Amen.
high children. They'll be doctors and lawyers, probably politicians. You never know, but they would be never on the level of their mother and father. I promise you. I promise you, they'll be
Amen.
better than them. Amen. So we give
Amen.
God thanks and let Timothy take over from here.
Hey, thank you so much, Texman Warren. Happy New Year to all our listeners. It's 2022, right? So we give God the glory for the opportunity He has given us to see another great year. We have been talking about the wonderful year coming, and everybody have started, one way or the other, looking forward to make new decision, to make new resolution, to make new steps, right? And I pray that God will help us all to, and will make all this year a better year. Thanks again to our host, Gemfm, and our host, Texman Warren. We always appreciate you for what you do, and we appreciate the glory of God in your life as well. And we know that what you are doing today is something that is God-driven, and it's something that's going to make an impact in people's life, and is definitely making an impact in my own life, right? So thank you so much for all what you are doing. So to the house and to our listener, we told you that there will be a lot we'll be doing this year, right? I know it's cold out there, for those people who have been out this morning. So make sure you keep warm, make sure you take care of yourself. And most importantly, make sure you continue to pray, for the country, that God will continue to, direct our leaders, that will, the situation of the things will get better. And most importantly, keep educating yourself about your finances, and keep exploring all the options you have, right, to build a better financial future. So without ado, I will go into what we have for you today in the presentation of today. it's going to be something that we want to use as a start. It's just a use to kick off the year, just to refresh ourselves about why is it important that we prepare for the future, right? And one of the reasons that we have seen from the realities that we have found ourselves today is the fact that there are so many uncertainties in the future, right, that we do not know today. But through the wisdom of God, through the preparations, right, through his help, we can definitely prepare for this uncertain future with at every different levels, at every different areas of our lives as well. We can do that. And one of them is basically what we have been talking to you about, which is your finances, right? How much do you know about your future plans, right? How much future plans you have, for your children, for your families, and so on and so forth. So today, we will talk a little bit about one of our foundational and fundamental retirement planning. Once we talk about it today, we just want to, talk about our children, maybe in the next presentation. Then we start going into different things. We want to talk about, different investment. We'll talk about real estate on this platform. We want to tell you about different financial concepts as well that we know will edify you and will prepare you for the strong future that we look forward to. Okay. So let me share my screen quickly. Then we will go into our housekeeping. I think I don't have a share yet. Let me know once I can share. So thank you so much. So Greatway Financial is a great company that is dedicated to making sure that family can plan for their retirement and for the future of their family and for the next generation to come. Okay. This great company is where, and we use as a platform today to evangelize our financial education and other financial matters that help family to prepare for the future. So for the purpose of this presentation, I would like the house to know that we are providing this general information for your understanding, about financial concept and retirement plan, right? So hello, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought you were saying something. So again, the purpose of this presentation is to ensure that you have the understanding of the right decision that you are making to take a well-informed decision and understand what really fits your need in terms of your financial goals. And we always look forward to you succeeding, in building a financial future. That's the most important thing. Whichever way you want to do it, as long as we do it right, we want to make sure that you can build a strong financial future. So if at any point in time you come across this video, this broadcast, or you are even watching live with us, we would always like to help you to understand the information that you need to have, what you need to have to make any financial decision. So we always recommend that because we want you to reach out to financial professionals like us, like lawyers, like investment brokers, in order to get enough information before you make any decision. Okay, so moving more quickly now. The statistics of Canadians today is very challenging. And the reason is that a lot of Canadians at the retirement age are finding it very difficult to have a debt-free or the desired retirement that they would like to have, right? So what this simply means is that if 35% of Canadians don't have any savings or investment, then how do we expect these people to retire, right? There's going to be a lot of money challenges, and that is why we want to teach you today how and the best way you can save more money for your future. You know, saving is very, very fundamental to growing a strong financial foundation, right? So the average Canadian today have savings in what we call their retirement savings plan. However, this is on an average around $55,000. And I'll bet you that $55,000 is not enough for your retirement, especially not a retirement that you will enjoy, that you have the power of choice. And due to that fact, we encourage you today to understand your financial objective, the financial goals, and the where you can put your money today, and you can get a better return. You can get more fruits from your labor, right? When we are working today, we are trying to make money, but at some point, I'm going to start working for us rigorously, right? So that is another important statistic. 67% of Canadians today are financially weak at the age of 65. The reason is that they don't have enough financial security to take care of themselves. They don't have enough financial security to be financially independent and only do the things that they feel like doing. Okay, so without proper financial foundation and education, we can work very hard, and retire without financial security. So how many people want to retire with financial security? How many people want to retire and retire indeed by doing only what they want to enjoy? If you want to do that, just stick with me and I will take you right into this journey. As I said, we are starting with this, just to open the floor for the year as we continue to dish out a lot more for you. So let's go into what we want to talk about today. All right, so I will share my screen again because I want to share the right screen. Text, let me know if you can see my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen? Yes, okay, absolutely. So let's talk about this. Presentation is highly interactive, is highly educative. And I will be, asking some key questions as we go through this presentation. I want you to go along with me. I want you to answer that question, by sending in a chat on our pages, or if at all, you can just answer that question in your heart and, digest it. And if you have any question, you are very likely to give us a call. So the first question I have for you today is, would you like to save more money? Yes, indeed. Everybody would like to save more money, but there is a much more important question about how much you want to save. Okay? But let's go into how important it is to save today by talking about an ancient proverb that says that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, because if you plant that tree 20 years ago, then today, you will have so many fruit to harvest. My question to you is, what about if you have not planted that tree 20 years ago? Okay, so when is the best next time to plant that tree? So the best time to plant that tree is absolutely now, right? Because if you plant that tree today, then you will have so many fruit to harvest. Okay, all right. Before we talk about what and how you can get more fruit and the way you can plant your tree, the best way you can plant your tree, let's talk about the Canadian statistics. The Canadian statistic shows that at the age of 65, 67% of Canadians are financially weak. These are people who today cannot retire without working, or they are broke because they have financial limitation. However, 9% are financially secure. Most Canadians want to see themselves in this 9%, like you and I. But unfortunately, 24% are dead and gone before the age of 65. And when we are dead and gone, what do we need? We don't need anything, right? However, because most Canadians love their families, so they put in what we call life protection, so that their family that they have left behind will continue to live the life which they deserve when they are still pretty much alive. But we do not really focus on life insurance because there are 76% chances that you and I are going to live longer. So if you have been listening to this presentation, we don't talk about life insurance. We talk about retirement income. And that is why I'm going to show you today how Canadians can have access to lifetime, tax-free lifetime income. So a lot of people agree that it's very important to talk about a lifetime income that has to do with retirement. So we are going to talk about it. But before we do, let's talk a little bit about how money works. Let's say today, this is you and I, and we have this $10,000. The first thing we do is we take it to the bank. And the bank is generous most times, and they will promise us to give us a rate of return. But unfortunately, if you get 2% on this $10,000, you must be very lucky. But guess what? I will make it 4%, and I will apply the rule of 72. What is the rule of 72? The rule of 72 is one of the most important breakthroughs in the history of finance. And the reason is that if you divide, the rule of 72 is a simple compounding formula that tells you how long it takes your money to double, right? So the rich understand the formula very well. And if you divide 72 by 4, in this case, it will give you 18 years. So this means that it will take 18 years for your money to double if you have a rate of return of 4. So let's say this is you and I today at the age of 30, and we have this $10,000, and we give it to the bank. So in the first 18 years, this money will double to 20,000, and in the next 20 years, at age 66, this money has doubled to what? $40,000. My question to you today is $40,000 enough for your retirement? Well, everybody that I've ever met said no, and therefore that is why 7% of Canadians are financially weak, because their money are put in vehicles where they can not earn enough during retirement. However, you invested this $10,000 in the bank. The bank invests that money, obviously. They know how to play the money game. And they also reinvest some of them back to you by giving you a credit card. And guess what? I would use 18%. They badge you 18% here, but everybody knows that the rate interest rate of credit card in Canada is between 19.9% to 22%. Okay. So, and the rule of 72 applies again. So 72 divided by 18 is 4 years. So if you are listening to me today, if you have a credit card and you do not pay your balance every month, or perhaps you pay the minimum that is recommended, your debt will double every 4 years. So while it takes minimum of 4 years for your debt to double, unfortunately, it takes longer, around 18 years, for your money to grow. So, and that is why 67% of Canadians are financially weak. So when you take that $10,000 to the bank take that $10,000 and they know that your health is not secure, nor our job. So they take it to big companies like McDonald's, like Apple, like Tim Hortons, like the TD and RBC. And guess what? The bank gets 12% from the big companies. So even though this 12% is less than that 18% on the credit card, the bank knows that this investment in the big company is of secured investment, is secured. And so the rule of 72 applies. 72 divided by 12 is equal to 6 years. And guess what? If we break this out of proportion, every 6 years, with the same age, with the same investment of 10,000, this money has doubled to $640,000. So the bank makes $640,000 and the bank gives you $40,000. So a lot of people see this disparity and they rage. Oh my God, this is a tremendous difference. But guess what? The bank knows how to play the money game. And if I were you today, I would think about how I can grow my money to 640,000 instead of 40,000. And that leads me to the point that the realization of this simple concept has changed the life of myself and my family today, because we have realized that it's good for you and I to work for money today, work very hard, but it is most important that our money work hard for us. So because we are talking about you and I today, we are not talking about the big companies, not the bank. Which one do you think it's worth seeing in our bank account? I believe it's the 640,000. And look at it. To get this 640,000, this 9% of Canadians are doing something different. Let me show you how they do it. And after that, you can make the decision and what you think is best for your family. What about if they bypass this bank and they take the money directly to the big companies? They're a financial advisor, of course, we can guide them through and make 640,000 deposited into their account. So there must be something. Some people will say there's a catch to it. Well, what is the risk? Yes, there's a catch, there's a risk. So the risk is, if today you have 640,000, right? You are expecting 640,000, but the market goes down by 50%, such as the market crash in 2009, then you have $320,000. It's far better than 40%. Okay. If you are expecting 640K and this worst case scenario happens and the market goes down by 90%, then you have $64,000. $64,000 is still far better than $40,000. Okay, so a lot of us in Canada, everybody wants to make more money because Canada is a land of opportunity. We can grow very fast. You can earn as much as you want, but the problem is the more money you earn, the more taxes you pay. So my question to you is that how much tax would you like to pay? And it's simple. Do you want to pay 100% of taxes, or you want to pay 50% easily, or you want to pay no taxes at all, right? If it is legally possible. So a lot of Canadians have said they want to pay as less taxes as possible, as much as possible, if it is legally possible. And therefore, I will show you today how it is legally possible to pay and earn tax-free income in Canada, using an example of this 35 years old beautiful female. She's married, she has key children, and she's an home owner. Okay, and guess what? She has financial objective. She wants to save more for her retirement. She wants to protect Shona for her family, and she wants to protect her income. And she has limited budget, right? We are always on budget. So let me tell you how the bank or traditional financial advisor will help this lady today to save for her retirement. A contribution of $250 per month is made into an registered retirement saving plan and a tax-free saving account. A life insurance of 100,000 permanent whole life and a term insurance of 600,000 is put into this plan with $248 per month. And guess what? A critical illness of 25,000, which will cost her $20 per month, is put into this plan. And in total, this beautiful lady will pay $518 per month. Now, let me show you how this lady can have a plan that gives her a lifetime income using an insured retirement plan with just $250. This lady will have an insured retirement plan that will pay her a tax-free income from the age of retirement. Built-in mortgage and life insurance of 700,000 permanent whole life. Built-in is a critical illness of $25,000. Guess what? All this is still $250 per month. Is that not beautiful? So the question to everybody is today is, would you normally like to pay less for more financial benefit or pay more for less financial benefit, right? I believe we all usually want to pay less for more financial benefit. And that is the rule of the game, right? Pay less and save more. I know a lot of us are familiar with that. So how does this insured retirement plan provide this wonderful future? Is because the insured retirement plan is like this cell phone, beautiful iPhone on the left of the screen. Even though a lot of us today don't even know how the cell phone looked like 15 years ago, but if you look at this cell phone on the left to that, it has a lot more. A few of them is the GPS, music, camera, video, calling, alarm, books and text, email, so many things are built in. You will agree with me that there is hardly nothing you can do with your cell phone today. And you have on the right this newspaper, camera, and different clock, everything disjointed. And the question is, which one is better? Is it the old way or the new way, right? And majority of people will like to go for the new way because it's much better. What are the 15 benefits of your insured retirement plan? Yes, I showed you how the bank and traditional institution or advisors will help Canadians to save for their retirement, as opposed to the insured retirement plan that helps you to save more and pay less, right? You are saving and paying less at the same time. Life insurance and mortgage insurance is built in, and it's at $700,000. Critical illness, in case of 25 different critical illness conditions, a lump sum of $25,000 is paid to you in order to take care of yourself in order and before you can get back to work. Compassionate and benefit program. So this is 50% of the life insurance or maximum of $250,000. What does this mean? Let's say, for example, this lady started this great plan for her retirement. And after 2 years, she's diagnosed of cancer. And the doctor says, this is a terminal illness and is at stage 4. And unfortunately, you have 4 more years to live. This plan is going to pay her that $250,000 in order to be able to plan and have a good life when she's still alive. There is flexibility of contribution to this plan for her. She can increase her contribution, which will increase the benefits, decrease her contribution even when there is uncertainty of life, and she can even go on a premium break. You can go on a premium break and this plan will continue to run. Again, this lady will be saving for this plan when she is still strong and she's still able to work. So this plan, it will be paid for within 20 years. She will not be paying for this plan until her retirement. She will only pay for 20 years. And within 20 years, $250 per month for 20 years, she would have contributed $60,000 into this plan. And after retirement, she will be getting $30,277 per annum. After 2 years within this retirement, she has benefited way more than she has contributed into this plan. There is a financial legacy. If she is called home at the age of 90, her family will get a financial legacy of close to $900,000. Even though when this plan started, she has a coverage of $700,000, but this has accumulated, and this is what we call survivor benefit, living benefit. In case of severe disability, any form of disability in which she is unable to perform her daily life activity, then she will get some money from what we call the cash value of this plan. No clawback to old age security. That is number 10. Old age security payment is something that we are entitled to in Canada, but it is subject to clawback. So what that means is that at some point, the government wants to only pay you that money if you really, really need it. You don't have any money. So let's assume that you qualify for that money. The amount that is paid is $1,100. Is $1,100 enough for our retirement? It's absolutely no. Tax-free investment growth. Your investment in this plan will continue to grow tax-free. Loyalty reward and accumulation and performance bonus. These are guaranteed benefit from the provider just to make sure that your money is growing at the fastest rate. Creditor protection. No creditor, nobody can go into this plan because this plan is fully creditor protected. Not even the government of Canada can go into this plan, except those people you have designated as your beneficiaries. Future emergency fund. In case life is full of any form of emergency, you can get money from this plan. Protection against insurance solvency through assurance. What is assurance? Assurance is a government of Canada regulated company that provide insurance and reinsurance to your insurance or investment company. So assurance says that if your life insurance fails, assurance guarantee up to 60,000 cash value or 85% of the investment account, whichever one is higher. So because of our investment in this account is more than 60,000, then 85% of the investment account is guaranteed. So will you agree with me that the protection for today is provided by Insured Retirement Plan, and Insured Retirement Plan provides the protection for our tomorrow. So, can this Insured Retirement Plan give you and your family a peace of mind? Well, we will find out very soon. How many of us have heard about Insured Retirement Plan before? Well, very few of us. I have not heard of it before, not until I come across this great company called Grateful. So, but where do you bank today? Well, virtually all the banks have Insured Retirement Plan. Royal Bank has Insured Retirement Plan. TD has Insured Retirement Plan. The Bank of Montreal have Insured Retirement Plan, and the Bank of Nova Scotia has Insured Retirement Plan. But the big question is, my bank has never called me before to tell me about this plan, nor call anybody that I know about. Yes, probably we don't have millions in our accounts, right? But obviously, Manulife Bank, one of the biggest financial and oldest financial companies in Canada, answer that puzzle. Manulife says that Insured Retirement Plan is meant for many affluent Canadians. And what does affluent Canadian mean? It simply means if you want to open this plan with Royal Bank of Canada, you need to make an annual deposit of $50,000 for 10 years. If you want to make this plan with Bank of Nova Scotia, you need to make an annual deposit of $20,000 for 15 years. If you want to make this plan with Bank of Montreal, you need to make an annual deposit of $25,000 for 15 years. So, will you agree with me that the rich people, the affluent people, are benefiting from Insured Retirement Plan because of the more financial benefit? So, if it's affordable today, a lot of us spend money, on a lot of goodies, but we advise us to save more. We advise us to even, in fact, save daily today. How much are you saving for your future today? Let's say that if you decide today and say that I want to save $2 for myself every day, that is $60 in a year. In a month, sorry. And if you multiply 60 times 12, that is $720 a year. If you start investing that money in 30 years, you did be surprised. So if you can save $6 a day today, it's $180 per month. What about if you can save $8 a day, which is easy? This is not up to what we spend on Tim Hortons a day. It's just $240 a month. What about if it is $10 a day? Yeah, that is when we have started talking. Save $10 a day, that is $300 per month. So would you consider this Insured Retirement Plan? Well, the answer is yes, because everybody needs this Insured Retirement Plan, because we all need to be in this 9% that are financially secured. Okay, so the big question is, how much would you like to save? So let's go through quickly this plan and how this young lady is benefiting greatly from this Insured Retirement Plan. So she's contributing $250 per month, and that is $3,000 a year, and she's contributing for 20 years. That is how much? That is $60,000. I told you that then at the age of 67, she starts getting tax-free lifetime income of $30,277. So look at this. This lady, if, for example, she decides to put the same amount of money in a taxable investment. An example of that taxable investment is what? RRSP. So look at what happened. Taxable investment. Let's take a look at the contribution here. So she will contribute $3,000 a year, which is $250 per month, and she contributed for 20 years, which is $60,000. And then at the age of 67, what happened? This beautiful lady want to start enjoying her money. So is it important to know how long the money will last? Let's see. If you do not know how long your money is going to last you today, then you may find yourself in the 67% of Canadians that are financially weak because money runs very fast. I must tell you, okay? If you have $100,000 today in your account, you can spend it. You can finish spending it in a day. So how long will our money last? Let's say, how much is our balance? At the age of 74, look at how much this lady has in her balance, a taxable investment, when she's taking $30,277 every year. Guess what? It's 318 bucks. So how much is her income? No more money. She doesn't have any more income. Is this what you and I want for our retirement? Absolutely not. And is this important to know, for you to know this well? I think it's very important for you to know more and compare side by side what it would take for you to make a better decision for yourself and for your family and for your kids. So let's look at this. This is insured retirement plan on the left, and this is the taxable investment on the right. So this is IRP and this is RRSP. So we made the same 30,000, 3,000 contribution, no problem. But how long will your money last? How long? Well, I want my own life. I want my money, to last for many generations to come. But you have that question to answer for yourself. How long do you want your money to last? So for the tax-free insured retirement plan, this beautiful lady start getting that beautiful and awesome $30,277. Okay. And if you decide to go for a taxable investment like the RRSP today, no problem. But you start getting that $30,277. But how long will your money last? Well, at the age of 79, just barely after 10 years plus, guess what? The insured retirement plan, the lady is still earning $30,277. But guess what? In your taxable investment, no more money. Very unfortunate. What if we die? We live longer. What if we live longer? The chances that Canadians are going to live longer is greater because the average lifespan of Canadian is 85 years for men and 88 years for women. So we pray that you live long, but what about if you live long? Imagine from age 80 to 100, look at, just based on this plan, which one is better for you? Is it the one that you don't have any money anymore, or the one that you have a lifetime income? It's your choice. It's my choice today to decide which one is better for us. What is your financial legacy? Right? Financial legacy at age 90 for this young lady is $899,000. Okay, so what about the taxable investment? Unfortunately, there is no legacy. Well, for me, I want to leave a legacy for my family that the generations to come will remember that somebody did something for our family. So it is a matter of choice. So why can this IRP provide a lifetime income and a financial legacy, which I want for you, and I want the same thing for you as well, and that is what I want for me. So it is very simple. A lot of us are very familiar with loyalty rewards. When you are loyal to something, or you are loyal to God, or you are loyal to even humans, we do get a lot of benefit for that, right? So you may be familiar with some of this card like Costco, like Optimum, like Hero, like Airlines. The more you use this card continuously, the more the reward you get. And therefore, this is how your loyalty reward plays out, or this is how it plays out for this lady. This is our bonus interest. So let's pay attention to that, the bonus interest. Now, at the second year, a bonus interest of $14 is paid into that plan. Okay. But this is when the money start growing. So let's take a look at it. It's just $14 today, but let's see how rewarding our loyalty is. At the age of 56, which is the 21st year, our bonus interest is now $1,837. Okay, that is pretty much going. This is a free and guaranteed bonus, which she's getting even after she has finished paying for this plan at the age of 55. And 56, she's getting 1,837. Okay, this money is added to our fund value. And guess what? Even when there is no more contribution and this lady is just waiting to retire, she's just waiting to enjoy more and more of her money, right? And waiting for God to call her home. Guess what? There is a bonus interest of 15,304, which is added to the fund value. And guess what? At the age of 90, there is a fund value of 36,000 added to our fund value. So the bonuses help the money to grow. Okay, so, and there is something about life which is constant, which is death. You and I does not have control over that. So which one is better for your family? How much do you love your family? What if she dies soon? So is it in the first year, is it $3,084 that is better for your family, or 700,000? This is a question for you and I, but I think my family deserve more. At the year 10, what happened? Is it 39,000 that is better for your family, or 700,000? Well, I think my family deserve more, and 700,000 is more better. At the 20th year, even in a taxable investment, there is 104,000. That is a good money, right? Well, I think 700,000 is a greater amount of money, and my family deserve more as well. So that is why we'll say that if life is short, you want your family to be financially protected, right? And what about if life is long? When you retire, right? You want to make sure that you have financial peace of mind. And the best way to do that is to have a tax-free lifetime income. Stop paying taxes when you retire. Well, if that resonates to you, let's show you how you can do that. Unfortunately, there is one challenge with insured retirement plan. Okay, and everybody will say, oh my God, this is a beautiful plan. You know, I've never heard about this before. You know, I think that this is definitely a great plan if it is the way they said it is, right? Of course, yes, it is exactly what and how we say it is. You know, if you sit down with us, we will show you exactly the same thing. We will provide you everything, right, that you need to know. But there is one challenge, okay? And that is it is not everybody that can qualify. And the reason is because of the survivor benefit. Okay, so if you are listening to me and you want to know whether you can qualify, I know a lot of us are out there. You want to know whether you can qualify. You can just check this thing. The bank has it, but let me see whether I can qualify. Well, to see whether you can qualify, all what you need is we need to fill up an application and we need to submit it to the financial companies, and their underwriters who are going to review your application, both financially and health-wise, and they will see and give us a conclusion whether you qualify. And don't forget, we have a critical illness, which is very beneficial to you and I, and cover at least 25 different illnesses, which we can take lump sum and use to take care of ourselves. So guess what? This will be the end of our presentation for today. We will continue next week, and I will share with you about the great opportunities that you can have if you decide to take absolute care of your financial future, to take absolute care of your retirement future today. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Keep warm. It's really cold out there today if you are in Canada, and I will see you on Friday. Over to text. You are on mute. You are muted.
Sorry, I think I was pantomiming, but not speaking. So thank you very much for everyone that come on today. We have Doris and Jeanette and Olivette. So Kenya is in the house. Hallelujah. We're in Africa today.
That's cool.
We give God praise and thanks for the platform. So we have US, Kenya, Canada. So we're sitting in all these big countries. Hallelujah.
Amen. Amen.
So bye. We'll talk to you guys. This is Textman Woman from Gemfm. Talk to you again.
Absolutely.
See you Friday. God bless.
Yep.